Hey guys, it's Gloria. For those of you who have recently subscribed, thank you for subscribing. For those of you guys that are old to my subscriptions and stuff like that, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that I've been MIA for a while, but I actually been very busy, and I actually have been doing lots of other things, so forgive me, you guys. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. I just recently got home. That's why I look like I have been wearing my makeup since I don't even have makeup on. I look messy. But I just wanted to do this video because if I don't do it today, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it in a while. So I just wanted to do it and get it over with. Not in a bad way, but I just wanted to do it. And catch up with you guys, that you guys know what I've been doing and what's going on with me, and yeah. So 2 months ago, I went through a really weird thing. Those of you that have Facebook, those of you guys that have me on Facebook know what I went through, and those of you who don't have me, well, I'm gonna tell you guys. 2 months ago, my husband and I were trying to conceive, trying to have a baby. Like you guys know that we've been trying to conceive after my miscarriage that I had way back in September. What happened was that I was feeling sick. I was feeling like my breast was hurting, and I started feeling symptoms of pregnancy. I mean, I've been pregnant before, so I know how how it kind of feels. So what I did was that I took a pregnancy test. I took one of those internet cheapies, and what happened was that I saw a faint line. I saw like a really, really faint line, and I was like, oh my goodness. I actually took the pregnancy test while my husband was in the shower, and I didn't tell him nothing because I didn't want to tell him nothing. I wanted to surprise him, and I wanted to make sure, I wanted to double check that it was a positive, a real positive. So what happened was that that day, I took, like I said, the pregnancy test, and then the next day I went to before that I had bought around 4 pregnancy tests. I went to the dollar store and I bought a bunch of those since they were cheap already. Might as well buy them, and I had them right here. So what I did was that I took I decided to wait a little bit. I decided to wait the next day, obviously not that same day, the next day. And it was crazy because when I saw the faint line, I was like, wow. I thought I was tripping, but then I was looking through the line but it was very faint. So anyways, I was looking through it through my window because it was still daytime, and yeah, there was a line there. So I called my sister because I wanted to make sure. So I told her, my oldest sister, and I asked her, do you see a line there? And she was like, yeah, I see a line. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh my goodness, I think I might be actually pregnant for real. So what I did was the next day I took a pregnancy test. I took a dollar store pregnancy test, and it came out positive. There was a line there. There was an actual line, and but it was very faint. That was the thing. The next day after that, I took another pregnancy test, and it was still faint. Okay, so it was 3 days. I think it was 3 days, it was 3 days. And on that third day, because I was so curious if it would get darker, according to the day, as the day was passing by, I would take multiple pregnancy tests on the test strips, the cheapy ones, and they were all coming up faint. So I waited for the next day. I was like, maybe because it's still super, super early. So I waited for the next day, and I was like, tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and buy a digital. I mean, digitals will definitely tell you if you are or not, and that's it. It will tell you that. So what I did is I went to buy a digital, and it told me that I was pregnant. It said pregnant, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm pregnant. I actually did a video, but I think I deleted the video because I was, because of everything that happened afterwards. I was so disappointed, but I'll let you guys know what happened in a little bit. So, sorry if it's shaky, but I'm recording on my cell phone, so I'm sorry. But so what happened was that after I took the digital, my husband already knew, because I had surprised him. I had actually done surprise a letter to him saying that we were pregnant with a rainbow baby, and I guess that was my fault for not like actually making sure first with the doctors and stuff like that, whatever. So I'm talking really fast because I want this video to go, I want this video not to be so long. Okay, so after that, the next day, I called to make an appointment with the doctor to verify my pregnancy and everything with my husband though. And I took another pregnancy test just so I could know that it was getting darker. Cheapy one, those strips, those thingies. And it came out, there was no line at all. No line whatsoever. Also, that same day, I started feeling lots and lots of cramps. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I was feeling very sick. I wasn't feeling good at all. So I was like, there's something wrong with me. I know this feeling. It's my period feeling. Like, I know how it feels to get your period. So, I know that I'm getting, I don't know, it was weird. I thought I was miscarrying. And I even posted on my Facebook, you guys, I'm miscarrying. Pray for me. I was devastated. I was crying. I actually was crying because I was like, I did not want to miscarry again. I did not want it to go through that again. The fact of knowing that you've been through it once, it's already hard. Now imagine going through it again. So, when we went to the doctor, it was like a week, it was like the next day, I went to the doctor because I really wanted to verify, I wanted to make sure, that it wasn't nothing bad, that, oh no, actually, I'm sorry, that same day that I started feeling cramps, I started bleeding, and I was like, oh my goodness, here I go again, I am miscarrying. So, excuse me, I even said, you guys, I'm miscarrying, I'm bleeding, I'm spotting, stuff like that. The next day I got my period heavy. It was strong. I was like, I miscarried, that's it. Why else would I have a positive pregnancy test and I have a digital test telling me that I'm pregnant? Hey. So yeah. So I went to the doctor. Days passed after my period. My period was finally over. It lasted only 3 days, and I went to the doctor. Those 3 days I rested. I was in bed rest, just in case I was still pregnant. I don't know. I didn't know what was going on with me. So I went to the doctor. The doctor did a couple of tests and everything, and he told me that I was never pregnant. And I was like, what do you mean I was never pregnant? He's like, yeah, you were never pregnant. But I had a bunch of pregnancy tests telling me that I was pregnant. And I even took a digital one. And he was like, I'm like, yeah, so what does that mean? Because I know that it's rare that you get positive pregnancy tests. That's almost, that doesn't really happen, And he was like, you weren't pregnant. That's how I know you were not pregnant. You never miscarried. You only miscarried once, and that's it. And I was like, honestly, I was so relieved. I felt bad. I didn't even feel bad for not being pregnant. I just felt good for not being pregnant and miscarrying. I was just happy that I didn't miscarry again. And I told the doctor, well, what's going on then? And he was like, I think what happened to you was that I guess that I had that I had the hormone, the hormone that the pregnancy test finds on your the pregnancy hormone that you have, due to the fact that I was probably about to get pregnant. But what the doctor said, that what happened was that I didn't ended up pregnant, so that's why I was getting faint lines, because it was only a maybe, yes, maybe, it was about to implant. but my egg never implanted. So that's what happened. That's why he said you never miscarried, but you never implanted. But for one reason, you found a hormone fast in your body, like you were getting the pregnancy symptoms and everything because the hormone was in your body. You were about to get pregnant, but it didn't happen. So I was still happy. I was still excited. And he said, don't worry about it. You could get pregnant. You know that. You got pregnant before. You don't have no pregnancy issues and stuff like that. What he did told me was that because I was giving him my history and telling him what I was going through, and he said, I'm gonna put you on baby aspirin because I cough a lot. I throw a lot of cloth while having my period. So he was like, I'm gonna put you on baby aspirin, so to see what happens to you. He also told me that he was going to do blood pregnancy test, just in case. But he already knows that I was never pregnant. He already knew, but he was still going to do it just for my peace. And also he was going to check my thyroid. I think that's how you call it. Just to see if how was I doing and stuff like that. So he did. The next day, he told me, if we don't find nothing on you, we're not gonna call you, but if we do, we're gonna give you a call. So the next day, I didn't get a call or whatever. But the day after, no, actually in the morning I didn't. But in the afternoon, I got a call, and we were actually talking to my sister. I was actually talking to my sister about it. I was like, oh yeah, I hope they don't call me, blah blah blah. As soon as that happens, I get a call from my doctor, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then I was like, it was a nurse. She was like, Gloria? I'm like, yes. She's like, oh, just a second. And then she left me on hold, and I was like, what's going on here? So then next thing you know, the doctor is the one telling, the doctor answers, and I was like, oh my goodness. You know what? You know that it's something bad when your doctor is the one telling you something. When the doctor's the one on the other side of the phone. So I was like, yes, doctor. And he was like, Gloria, we did the pregnancy test, and like I already told you, you were not pregnant. You're not pregnant, but we did the pre-diabetic test and the thyroid test, and you do not have thyroid. Your thyroid is fine, but you are pre-diabetic. And I was like, no. And he said, yeah, you are pre-diabetic. And he was like, you know what that means, right? And I was like, yes, because we were discussing the same day when I was visiting him that I need to lose weight. I have to, because it's good for my health. It's good for conceiving faster. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start. He's like, yes, because he's Hispanic. He was like, yes, mucho ejercicio, a lot of exercise, I was like, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing, because I know how it feels to be diabetic. My dad is diabetic, so just being pre-diabetic is pretty scary itself, So, what I've been doing. So, I guess I'm going to be telling you guys on another video what I've been doing on my diet and about TTCing, and if I'm still TTCing, what am I doing, what's going on, because those of you guys that don't have me on Facebook don't know. Oops, my hair's messy. Those of you guys that don't have me on Facebook don't know what I'm doing, but I will let you guys know on our next video, because it's already on 13 minutes. So I'm sorry. I knew it was gonna take forever, but it was actually a long story that I needed to tell you guys. So I guess I was never pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'll let you guys know what's going on with me on the next video. What am I doing on my diet? How am I feeling? How did the how do you call that? Baby aspirin changed my period. What happened, if it even changed my period at all, if I'm feeling any symptoms, I felt any symptoms, what's going on with me. I will let you guys know on my next video, you guys. It was nice catching up with you guys, letting you guys know what's going on with me, what's been going on with me, and I will let you guys know on my next video that I'll be posting tomorrow. Okay, for sure I'll be doing it tomorrow. I'll probably be wearing the same clothing because I'm gonna do it today, because I'm not gonna have time to do it tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it today, and see you guys on my next video, you guys. Baby dust to all you ladies who are trying to have a baby, and wishing you guys a big, we're just crossing fingers, effects for you guys who are trying to get pregnant. And to all my subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for still keeping me, although I haven't been around for a while, you know. And to my new subscribers, like I said, thank you for subscribing to me, you know. Let's hit those 100 subscriptions so I could do a giveaway. And I'm going to do a good giveaway. Okay, you guys. Have a good day. Thank you for seeing me. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.